Welcome back to the Gibson County Challenge, round 2 at New Lake in Oakland City, Indiana. Coverage brought to you by Downtown Princeton Inc. and Gateway Disc Sports. Big shout out to all our other sponsors here as we fly out over New Lake. This is the first time this course has seen a tournament of this size. We've ran a couple of smaller C tiers. Looking at our leaderboard, Nathaniel Romans had the hot round, 9 down. Danny Beauchamp, Lucas Rooney, and Jake Anderson are all still in the mix. This is round 2 on a 2-day event, so the players just came off a Hopstad. If you haven't seen round 1, go check it out. New Lake is definitely a course that's going to challenge in this tournament because of the wind, not just the distance, but the wind that it provides too coming off that lake.
Yeah, you'll be able to see here in a minute the actual wind just ripping off the lake as it's coming through there, so you really got to take that into consideration with your disc choice.
This course was installed in probably September, October, so it hasn't seen a full growth season like the drone flying. We got the latest look from the drone footage. These players had less vegetation to deal with. As you can see, the tees here, most of the tees are going to be hog slats, which is something we've really been embracing here in Indiana, and I'm sure in other places too, as courses get built nowadays.
He just barely made it across there, hit an early tree. Looked like the wind was doing some stuff with it before it even hit the tree. That looks like a good shot.
Beauty.
Yep.
Beauty.
Textbook.
Yeah, uphill putt towards the OB, but the tailwind I believe that they're dealing with is going to make it a little bit more of a feel-good run. Luke is asking for it to turn over, leaving himself almost outside the circle too. Jake also throwing a forehand.
Nathaniel, 9 down at Hopstad. Good first round. Saving par.
Definitely a basket where you want to be low and left of it. Danny, sponsored by Prodigy, coming down from Northern Illinois, hasn't seen any of these courses. The other 3 are pretty much tournament veterans as Danny comes in for the bird.
Daniel cleaning up the par. Giving a little love tap to it.
Hole 2, the drone's going to fly down one of 2 options. I think this is the safer, more seen route, a skyhyzer route. You do have the forehand option down the road, but I mean, unless you throw a weird flex, that disc ain't coming in bounds till it's by the basket.
No, I've seen a lot of OB on this hole, just people not getting it all the way back over.
You got to clear the gravel road here to be in.
That's a good shot.
It is easy to push long though with the way that shapes around. I mean, it's not a really long hole. It's just, I mean, 332 to the 330 or 324 to the basket, but it probably plays like 350 with the route.
Yeah, you definitely want to throw something. If you're going with the backhand route, you want to throw like an overstable fairway and just get it down there and let it finish to the basket. That's a good shot too.
Yeah, good ground play.
Nathaniel looking like he threw a mid-range and parked it.
Great,
Rooney.
bro. Good angle control.
Oh, here's that forehand look.
Lucas has got a 500-foot forehand. I mean, it's not needed on this hole, but
And there's the danger. If you don't get it to come back, it's OB. And OB the whole way.
and he's gonna stick with it. Throwing from the tee again. No drop zone in the hole.
Safer.
Much safer. It got up there. Okay. I was worried about it getting stuck early.
Sit down. There you go.
Jake's got a chance to tie Danny right here. Pull within one of Nathaniel, but he's parked, so we know that's going to be given up. Just high.
Yep,
Just a little high on the, yep. I mean, it was a good putt, just a little high on the chains. Lucas, now he's trying to get a 4?
Yeah. There you go.
2 plus a couple.
Nice, easy 2. Double digits under par for the tournament.
My right.
Hole 3. Double Mando just off the tee. Lots of trees to get through. Goes uphill the whole way once it goes down, and then finishes left. It's pretty challenging, honestly.
Yeah, even a straight shot that hires hard left or skips left can be tough to get it that far over. Got through the gap, almost pin high. I believe he got through the gap.
I mean, that's kind of your best route, is just to try and throw something as straight as you can, as long as you can, and then hopefully you can see the basket. Because if you finish left early, you got a lot of guardian trees to get through.
Yeah, this is the play. Like, just,
Yeah.
I mean, get your 3 and get out of there. Like, definitely a hole where
He's still got some work to do and some trees to get through, but
I don't want to say a par on this hole is strokes on the card or the board, but I mean, you're definitely beating a lot of people. Jake got a really hard. That was a great throw. He got through it all up the hill. He's gonna have a birdie load. Lucas came out early.
yeah. Now, see, if you finish left here, you can.
If you get far enough left, yeah.
Yeah, you can. Yep.
Yep, exactly where he's at. So everybody made it through the Mando. It's not a straight shot at the basket because of the low limbs, but a lot less to deal with.
Hang out there. Yep.
Yeah.
Boink. Boink.
And now we got
Oh wow, he's
great. Yeah,
Yeah.
great drive by Jake.
that's the birdie. That's the only one for the tournament, isn't it?
Yeah, only birdie. The hole played a .33 over par with only one birdie on the hole. So, like the birdie strokes on the whole field, and then par is strokes on quite a few people when it's playing over like that. And these guys should all be in that par field, not cleaning up here. So hole 4, par 4, downhill. 746, but I mean it's so far downhill. I really think that, like, if somebody had with the way the wind's blowing, if somebody was able to get out of the initial gap, they could get down here to this ditch with a crush. I think, I really thought that Jake would be one that can get down there. And looking at the hole, probably Danny even. Lucas has a great forehand if it's shaped up his way. There is OB left and right and long, but I mean really the OB isn't really in play unless you turn something way over.
He sent that just a little wide.
Wide and high, and that's the trouble with this initial gap. Once you see where it's cleared out there, the hole really gets easy. You just gotta get the first 150, 200 feet, and the gap's not even tight. You're just trying to throw it so hard, it gets you.
Well, it's downhill the whole way, so if you pump one out there flat and hard, it can sail the whole way. For some of these other guys, not people like myself.
Yeah. The dogs in this hole is really what people remember this hole by, with them barking the whole time we're there on that tee like they are.
There's 2 dogs and a horse that I believe is
Thinks
a
it's a
bit
dog?
confused. Yeah.
Damon Atkins, who really pushed for the course to be installed, and he had help from Ben Beauchamp, but Damon had talked about moving this tee for that reason. And really, if we just shifted it right, you would almost keep the same. That went wide right.
Turned over.
Yeah.
Did that stable?
Ooh, off the dumpster.
Did it stay in?
Yeah, they're getting a thumbs up.
Oh, okay.
But I was saying though, like, you would pretty much have an angle that Jake has here, only around 700 feet downhill. But like, it would take the trees out of play, which is part of the fun, but it would just move you away from the dogs.
They are a little bit of a distraction, but we've come to love them, and that is
Spiked.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Another good shot. Wow. He was right on the edge.
It's got to get down.
Yeah, I don't think he made it past that tree.
Ooh.
Whoa. Man, he's flirting with OB. Nathaniel. Showing off his yoga abilities here.
Didn't get a skip. Definitely something that you want, but that hole's got some good water there in front. I'm surprised Danny's did what it did on the ground. He's just hoping the wind stops, trying to buy time.
Well,
Tailwind.
easy par.
Great putt by Nathaniel. Same camera angle. Same camera. Danny in for his birdie and keeping chase.
Jake should knock this down pretty easy.
Not really much of a swing between those three here, and Lucas is still trying to recover from hole 2. All right, hole 5, par 4, OB, the whole left side. There is the lake on the other side of the dam, and this hole is quite the challenge.
Well, it's
with the wind
pinch.
coming over,
It's
yeah.
The wind coming, it's a pinch all the way down. And like if you get right too far, you're on the dam, and then you have awkward footing.
Did you say like last week?
The road's OB, so you can play in that deep brush over there, but it's an elevation change downhill too. That is sailed. Is it coming back?
Just trying. Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I mean, guys that have the forehand that can rip on it definitely enjoy this hole. Just throw it as hard as you can. As long as it don't flip up, you're good.
Yeah, I like flirting with the left side here only because I don't like that awkward footing on the dam, but you can see the wind just ripping.
One of those holes where, like, with the amount of wind that they have today, it's playing more like a par 5.
Yeah.
For the whole field.
And the like it's downhill off the tee, but as soon as you get to your second shot, everything after that's uphill. I mean, it's a challenging hole. Danny with a little misfire low there.
And in this, I think, when I was on the, I think they were even joking about it here, but when I was in catch cam down there, I was like, how far back do I need to go? Because I just felt like Lucas was going to be able to get a hold of one. Everybody else was well short of the catch cam.
Oh, man.
Oh, that looks like it almost.
Wow, that flexed up.
Yeah.
That's a good shot.
Long drive on the card. Great crush. And the wind that we speak of, like, it's definitely a huge factor on the tee shots. But once you're down here, the dam's blocking it. Like, it's not rushing over it as bad. If you don't throw anything that goes above the level of the dam, you're pretty much in a nice calm spot here. Keeping it low.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah.
Maybe in the spring, summer, you don't want to be in there, but it's not a big issue right now, not this time of year for the course. I think next year it's definitely a tournament we want to try to have later in the year, just to like.
Wow, that one turned over on him, didn't it?
Dry out everything.
Oh. Well, that went all the way.
I was like, it'll pause.
It's no surprise that this hole played over par. The distance, the tee shot, and as you said, how it gets pinched off. Yeah, turned it over into a cut roller on that hillside. So Lucas is the last chance to give us a look.
Come on, stay up. Stay up.
Yeah, it's a beautiful forehand.
Oh, great drive. Oh yeah, circle easily.
Yep.
I'm glad we didn't paint that line OB there.
It's a good upshot there. Nice little sit.
So the only out of bounds, and it came on a second shot here, so he's throwing 4 now. Should be able to clean it up. And then we got Jake, who he had a great tee shot, but then he turned over his second shot, and it pretty much takes any birdie out of play because of how far back it'll leave you on that hill roll, and then he went pretty far past it there. Great putt by Lucas. He's feeling it. It was the only birdie on the day.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's got to feel good on that hole. I would never know that feeling.
I mean, if you just throw it like 350, 350, you might be able to have a long putt for it.
Nathaniel taking his noogie.
So this is a comeback for par, and he's 25, 28 feet out. With, I mean, you're far enough down where he's at now that the hill's not as big. The wind's coming into play behind him. Not an issue. I'll talk it up for you.
Dropped
Jake,
it in there.
Drop the putts. I hate this green for that hillside. I don't know how many times I've had to try to putt. You'd be within circle 1 but above the basket. On hole 6, par 4 here. Trying to stay on top of the dam. I think that's the play. You get below it, you're blind to the pin. There's OB that wraps around that grass shoreline there.
Now you're dealing with the wind on top of the dam. If you finish below the dam, you can't see the basket. You really want to be
Perfect.
right about there.
I mean, even if you're on a slope, the closer to the top of the yard, the better you're going to be able to feel about that next shot. And that's the trouble, throwing it out wide, too wide. I mean, it's a safe shot.
And he's down there.
That was a crush. It's a fun hole without the wind, and then it's a pain in the rear with it. You know, without the wind, it's wide enough on top. You could probably throw a fairway driver and get within distance and be on top.
Right there.
You can see the
I don't know what disc that is that Nathaniel
vest
has,
just
but
ripping.
he's throwing a lot of it.
Tough second shot, pretty far back. Lucas ain't as far as I thought it was.
He looks like he wants to hang this out over the water.
Ooh, that was low. Is it? Oh, I didn't remember that shot. Yeah.
Chin, chin, chin.
Felt pretty good about that. Didn't lose one.
I can't believe it didn't get knocked down. As low as it was, I mean.
See, this is if you get below that crest.
Throwing uphill. Really got to get a hold of it.
Line.
Oh, he ain't.
Okay, he played safe. Danny wants it.
It's not as bad as long as it has the distance. Yeah.
I thought
Being
it was
able to
short for a
see
sec.
it.
I know, that's why I said get long.
Even thrown from the hillside is such a difference maker from being even like where Jake's at or where most people are, even further down this hill. Just trying to throw uphill and get distance on it. That looks early.
That was early.
Jake's gonna play a provisional, I believe, is what they decided. Man, it looked like he was clearly out of bounds, but I couldn't tell. They might have rolled him out anyways.
Yeah, I think you can
Lucas
see it right
for
there.
a birdie. Oof. Got that was in there, and I guess the wind pushed it out.
Tough break. 2 good shots.
Danny cleaning up for the bird. Danny Clevenger and Jonathan Rudolph both had birdies on this hole, the only ones for the group. So there we go, 6 holes in and the lead's been erased. Danny's caught Nathaniel. Hole 7, another shorty, kind of like hole 2. You do have a little bit more room to play with. OB, both sides of this hole.
Super tight green. Not a lot of room either way.
Just gotta trust it to come back.
And
Too easy.
That's perfect. All they gotta do is throw that same shot.
What are you throwing here?
A gatekeeper.
A little bit of hyzer.
Just flat, right down the road, let it finish at the basket.
Ooh, that's high.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's got a good angle though.
Oh, good
Yeah,
sit.
good, yeah.
Thank you, grass. Or what is there?
Pretty routine hole. All 3 same flight.
It's Lucas with the long putt. Got it. Good putt.
Great putt. Love the excitement.
At least he's having fun out there.
I mean, he's battled back to be within one of Jake before Jake's putt here, his birdie putt. This course is really two different styles of courses. The front 9 was a mix of more of a park lake course, and then you'll see if you come back on back 9,
The teeth really
it
come
really gets into the woods, and between the woods and the water on the back 9, it's a different animal back there.
This whole 8 here, it's A little downhill, uphill, a lot of trees in between here and there. I like a good turnover shot here.
Yeah, I mean, really, like you can almost play this hole like hole 9 at Hopstad. Just
that's
something that's going to suffer
good.
turnover like this.
Oh, hit a tree. He's in jail, it looks like. Oh, that was early. I'm not sure where he went, but
there is OB down the right side. Is that where he's thinking he went?
I think so.
There's a property line that's roped off and painted. This course is not in play for Am Worlds, but only because it didn't get installed until this past year. It'd definitely be a good challenging course. Nathaniel just getting through it all.
I'm not sure how that went that far. Honestly, there's so much he had to go through with that.
That's towards the OB, but I think he's short of it.
Yeah, he's got a long putt, I'd say, from there. Did Lucas go out?
I can't tell, man. It looks like he could be close enough to be out. Like if he took relief from it.
Thank you.
Ooh,
That's a good up.
almost chained it from there. One last branch on the way out. Want to give it a run, but you got to throw something one way or the other on that tree, and yeah, good bid.
Nope. Oh, thought it was gonna fall in.
And nothing changes at the top of the leaderboard. Nathaniel had a chance to take a one-stroke lead. A lot of ups and downs on this course. I mean, Lucas on a bogey there after probably birdieing one of the harder courses on the day with the wind on the previous hole.
Going into our last hole here on the front 9.
Wow, this course, like with the updated drone footage, it really looks like it's grown on a lot compared to what these guys will see. I mean, it's, you throw it down to about this landing zone right here and then get up and down for your 3. Anything that's near the basket. I mean, it's not a long hole for these players, and this time of year there's less to deal with on the ceiling.
But the ceiling is still there. See Danny hit an early tree and dropped off left. He's still got to fight through all that to get up to the basket.
Turned over early, got down there.
I think he hit a tree and got over there, but it was looking pretty good.
There's no B on the right side of this hole, just the left side road, which would be a bad kick left.
It's possible. Yeah, you gotta throw it down below the tops there.
That wind's just rising.
Wow.
Great.
That's
is.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Yeah. Got to remind myself next time I play this hole just to play for that 3. Like, you get up on a tee and it looks like it's just right there, and you want to try for that eagle, and you get yourself in trouble like this right here. Hitting early and then not being able to get as far down on your next shot. Good. Yep. Left a little meat on the bone for that one. That's twice now we watched Jake hit high right on these baskets.
No. Oh well, whatever.
Danny with a birdie. I think Nathaniel should have a. This will be his par putt.
Yeah, Lucas was just off for his eagle that he could have had a run at. So he'll get in for his birdie.
I would have liked to have it. That would have been incredible.
And
I mean, it was incredible.
Danny takes the lead.
Honestly, I don't know how we made it through all that.
9 holes down in round 2. So Danny with the solo lead with the card, 12 under for the tournament, shooting a 5 down through 9, which is pretty good with the way the wind was playing and affecting the players on this course. Check back on the back 9 to really see the teeth of this course show. Another thanks to Downtown Princeton Inc. for sponsoring the tournament. Dads for Disc Golf, local nonprofit, for hosting the event 5 years in a row. Big block party they do every Saturday night of the event. See you guys later.